Hello, my dear ladies. Hello, my dear gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about the little black dress. Since, as you know, I reject black and always wear white and bright, positive colors, I asked myself why I don't like black. That's why I've taken a closer look at the color black. Black represents darkness. It was used in ancient Egypt and Greece as the color of the underworld. In the Roman Empire, it became the color of mourning, and over the centuries, it was frequently associated with death, evil, witches, and magic. In the 14th century, it was worn by royalty, clergy, judges, and government officials in much of Europe. It became the color worn by English romantic poets, businessmen, and statesmen in the 19th century, and a high fashion color in the 20th century. According to surveys in Europe and North America, it is the color of most commonly associated with mourning, the end, secrets, magic, force, violence, fear, evil, and elegance. Black is the greatest contrast to white. In Egypt, it was the color of Anubis, the god of the underworld. In ancient Greece, black was also the color of the underworld. In the social hierarchy ancient of Rome, purple was reserved for the emperor. Red was the color worn by soldiers. White, the color was worn by the priests, and black was worn by craftsmen and artisans. The black they wore was not deep and rich. The vegetable dyes used to make black were not solid or lasting, so the blacks often faded to gray and brown. In Latin, the word black stands for cruelty, brutality, and evil. For the Romans, black symbolized death and mourning. In the 12th century, Saint Bernard of Clairvaux said that black was the color of the devil, hell, of death and sin, while white represented purity, innocence, and all the virtues. Black symbolized both power and secrecy in the medieval world. By the end of the 16th century, black was the color worn by almost all the monarchs of Europe and their courts. European rulers saw it as the color of power, dignity, humility, and temperance. In the second part of the 17th century, Europe and America experienced an epidemic of fear of witchcraft. People widely believed that the devil appeared at midnight in a ceremony called a black mass, usually in the form of a black animal. In the 18th century, Paris became the fashion capital, and pastels, blues, greens, yellow, and white became the color of the nobility and upper classes. But after the French Revolution, black again became the dominant color. Black was the color of the Industrial Revolution, largely fueled by coal and later by oil. In the 20th century, black was used by Italian and German fascism. In 1926, the French designer Coco Chanel published a drawing of a simple black dress in Vogue magazine. She famously said, "A woman needs just 3 things: a black dress, a black sweater, and on her arm, a man she loves, and must be very rich." The little black dress was born. Black became the color of the uniform of the SS, the Schutzstaffel or Defense Corps, the paramilitary wing of the Nazi Party, and was worn by SS officers from 1932 until the end of World War II. Black Friday also refers to any particularly disastrous day on financial markets. Or a blacklist is a list of undesirable persons. The black market is used to denote the trade of illegal goods. Blackmail is the act of threatening someone to do something that would hurt them in some way. Black is the color of evil and darkness, witchcraft, and black magic. Black is also used as a color of power, law, and authority. For me, the story of black is very interesting. For me, evil predominates. That's why I don't like black. I also have black fashion by Christian Dior, suits and pantsuits. Also the famous bar jacket in black. But whenever I wear it, I feel bad. I have to take it off immediately and wear my clothes in white again. I can't explain it, but black means emotional and physical pain to me. Something else about the little black dress. As Coco herself proclaimed, "I imposed black. It's still going strong today, for black wipes out everything else around." That's typical for a woman like Coco Chanel, who had a very dark black character. A woman in a little black dress isn't radiant or feminine to me. She's a dark, negative being to me. For me, a black dress isn't elegant. That's what women have been told over the centuries, like so many other things. To this day, we humans are told so many bad things. And unfortunately, most people believe it. I hope it won't be a dark weekend. No, I'm just kidding. I wish you a wonderfully bright weekend. Until Monday.